replacement, which was in the middle of November. Like you mentioned earlier, my surgeon said I can't hurt it, so kind of retraining my brain just to get that right.
That's right, baby.
We love that. We love that. Obviously, good player, plays competitive up there. Just stand on that mat, hit a couple. Have you hit any yet, Jim?
Oh, I've been hitting, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I don't stop.
Perfect. We're gonna do these two guys.
No, we're gonna go, yeah, we're gonna take the guys and just
Perfect.
do a couple shots.
Yep,
and-
probably 40 minutes,
Yes,
something like
your
that.
brother, if you wanna grab, yeah.
Now let's look at this. I know. It's in his part. I think he stands instead of loading, going back a little bit. He's always done that. But then he just stops and it goes by. Do you think we got him to get him to load a little more in posture and then rotate through?
Yeah, first time I teach him how I want that laid leg to work, that he did his cover plate.
Okay,
So,
great.
Set that club down. And step over. Yep, and put it right behind you. So, from this position here, right?
Yeah.
All I want you to do is, that knee's bent toward me,
Yeah.
and I want you to straighten that knee out and fire that quad.
Yep.
So the right leg doesn't do anything. Keep it where it's at, yep. Just the left knee. Toward me, more, bend, 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 push back and hold it. Push, good, 1, 2. Yep.
So
So this is called terminal knee extensions.
Okay.
Did you do this after your knee replacement?
This one, no, I didn't do this.
Okay. So what this does, it gets that VMO to start firing, it gets that knee to get up, back, and out of the way, and it's gonna keep your posture better, because you're able to use extension into the hip. Good. 3, 2, and 1, good. And it'll actually feel good on the knee.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get all, what happens is anytime like all these muscles got to start firing again, because that's what creates stability in that leg. And now the next thing I'm gonna do with you, I'm gonna get you to load a little better. So I'm gonna hook this around your shoulder. Pull that across your shoulders. Yep. So what I'm doing now is I'm assisting you. I'm gonna assist you into that load. So come back. Yep. Just like that. And then from there, go back to the beginning. And I like how the knees are working now. See, it's the same thing as that terminal knee extension. Rotate. And then the left hip goes. Yep. Just
that's
like that.
just like the drillies do.
Yep. So what I did was I did the TKEs first to get him to understand how he can clear and get that hip out of the way. See? Good. 2 more. So now we're going to do it again, and now I want you to release your right heel. Come on. Okay. So now we're using the Tony's pivot. Good. Nah, you got to get over there.
That's
Good.
awesome there. That's as good as I've seen you go through
Do
it
it
like
again.
that.
Do
in
it
a while.
again. Rotate. I'm going to assist you. Now you got to go. Good. Again. Assist. Keep your chest on it. Good. 2 more. 1 more. This band's going to help you load and go. Perfect.
You feel that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure do.
Love that.
Perfect. So now we know what we want the right knee to do. We know what we want the left knee to do. Now you just rotate. You do that same thing, like that band's attached to you. Rotate.
Get over there, Hannibal. That got more up into the leg.
Yep. Just like that, it's got more
Now,
pop.
you know, he's always had a hard time holding his balance in there, right?
That's
Like
okay.
every time he
But
gets
the
in
more-
there.
The more that knee goes back and that hip extends, he's gonna allow him to post on his leg.
That's why he doesn't balance.
If the leg never posts, if he never gets into hip extension, if he never gets here and pushes the ground and extend, you can't load, you can't stand there.
So now the
If he
reason
sits
he's,
here and he just stays bent and he tries to rotate, he's gonna fall back because he's never used the ground to come up.
so the reason though he used to not do it is because he had a bad knee, right?
Correct.
So now the knee's good enough
Yep.
that you can learn to do it.
So that's why
right?
we do the TKs to train the leg to be able to do extension. We gotta do extension with rotation, so that right side's gotta keep coming through the shot. Like that.
That's way better.
He could take that pivot pack band though and put it, because he's got one, I think.
Yeah.
And he could do that just with that thing pulling him, or
Yeah.
the other way and just doing that, right?
Yeah.
You know,
So you gotta keep that right shoulder firing through it. You know what the left knee needs to do. And now you can live over there.
does it feel different?
Yeah, it does.
See? All day.
See how you're finishing more up into the left.
And that's, everything's gonna get better. And then that's got more pop, and then now, because that's what you gotta get the knee to start doing what it's supposed to do. On the lead leg side, because if it just stays buckled, that's why he wants to fall over toward his toes. Now he's gonna be able to start getting deeper into his right side. And then all you gotta do from there is just fire that whole right side through the shot. And that's when he's gonna hit those shots.
Yeah, you free him up too.
Yep.
Right, like that one too, it looks like each time he's getting over there, he's starting to trust it more.
Yep.
Like that one to me looked like he released this more.
Yeah,
over
he's
there.
gonna do more, because before when he would release that, he'd fall, he'd lose his balance. Or sometimes it would cause pain.
Yeah, which is even worse, so no way you're gonna put yourself over there for causing.
Now, the more that TKE you do, you can't do enough of that.
I
You can
can't.
do that shit all day, because you gotta get the muscle around that knee to fire. To get stronger to where now that knee can extend and flex. That's the only thing the knee does. The knee can only bend this way and this way.
Right.
There's nothing else.
And-
So that's why we train in that pattern with the knee. And that's what the knee does in a golf swing. The knee flexes and it extends.
So he could do that when he practices, like he could take a band or whatever
Yeah.
and hit some and then do those TKEs, and that would be,
Because that's what he's got to do. Like once he gets, because the pain's going to go away, because subconsciously, that's why we got a knee replacement, because he just couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
Then the knee was affecting the hip. Now the knee's fixed, now the hip's going to start moving back. But if he sets up to it, we teach the knee how to extend, and he can get over there. That's why he can finish in balance now.
so once this extends, then you've got the ability to
To keep
release
rotating.
this through.
That's right.
When this used to go like this, there was no way for that to go through,
But
right?
if the knee goes outside your column,
Which it did,
you can't, when you try to get vertical, you can't rotate, the hip stops turning,
Right.
so you're never gonna be able to clear to get over there.
Yeah.
Right, so
So that affects internal hip mobility in the lead leg. And now all you can do is you get deeper and deeper and you just turn more and more. You gotta fire that right shoulder through there, the whole right side comes.
Alright.
You just gotta finish your backswing there, that was just quick. It takes time to get there. See?
That had more hit. Look how much more you were on top of your left there.
Yeah.
Yep. But see, all those things come back though, like, cause that's how it was. He was probably quick before off the top, off the ball, because he was waiting for the knee to hurt. And if you don't, like, it's just, you can't control it really. It's just subconsciously, you know it's there, so you're waiting for it. It's just like wrist pain or elbow,
Yeah.
you're like just waiting for it to happen. But now it's like we're retraining the brain too, because now the knee's okay now, so let's go. Like the doctor tells him, you can't hurt it. But it's him saying, okay, I can't hurt it.
So, but first he's gotta train himself to learn the
First, you
movement.
gotta train to get the glute, because what I'm doing is, if he's doing that extension, and it's not just the quad, it's making that left glute fire too.
Right.
And it's giving him more movement in the hip. So it's the feel like you feel like you're getting locked up, that's why we would turn that front foot out a little bit to give you a little more internal rotation in the hip.
Okay.
And it's not a lot, it's just a little flare, and then you see how that feels. And that'll give you even more hip mobility to clear. like that.
Like that had way more on it. Look how much more over on the left you have.
Yeah.
See?
That's
So
a-
you can just set up
that's
to
a
it and
different ball
just give you a
flight.
little bit, not
That's
a lot,
pretty good.
just a little bit of a flare, right?
Yeah.
And then that's gonna give you anywhere between 10 to 15 more degrees of movement.
And look, the club speed's gone up almost 2 miles an hour since we started.
Yeah. But it takes time to get there.
There's our supercharger. Amy, how you doing?
Good.
You learned anything today?
We're getting down.
Yes.
Yes.
Way different.
Dialed.
Yeah.
Feel different?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
So that's
to
the
learn
big
to do.
thing, like you
And
gotta.
the rest of your stuff's good. Like you just got to learn to do that. Now you got the knee to be able to do it if you learn the movement.
When you think about footwork, we always talk about footwork, but it's like it all is connected. Like you're only gonna be as good as how everything moves above it. So if something's going on with the knee, it's gonna affect the hip. Something that affects the hip, it's gonna affect the thoracic spine. Something that affects the neck. I mean, it's all these different things that we're combating the whole time. Where you're not burying your head in there and you can't release it. But what we're doing now is once we teach the extension, the movement into the lead leg, back, makes the glute fire, then give you a little bit of motion here, then you can get all the way over there. And then that's like your center stretch is what you want.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Couple more.
And
Does it
then-
make sense then?
Like I
Yeah,
said, you can't do enough TKEs on your, like, that should be like an everyday thing for you.
Every day.
On both knees.
On both, yeah.
I love it.
Better.
Yeah, I don't like that fade though.
Well, keep this going.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah, it ain't gonna go
Keep that
left, I
going.
promise you. You just gotta keep your, that's what I was
Keep
telling
the
you,
right-
like, give you a little room on their lead leg and you gotta fire that right side through there. See? Like that.
now look, like just
You
from
go
a
hard as you
visuals
want.
perspective, that one, the draw, your shoulder was here. The one where you're like that weak ass fade, your shoulder was here, it was just inside the right, and you were like this, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so, I mean, that's a good visual
Right
for
side's
it,
gotta keep going.
right? It's gotta keep going through.
And you'll feel the difference, like if you give yourself that front side, and you're gonna give yourself a little mobility there, you get the movement in the hip and the knee. So we train the pattern, and then now we adjust, and then we just go, because it's the same pattern. That knee's extending, the hip's extending into that lead leg.
Thank you for coming to do this.
Oh, that's great.
That was more here,
Yep.
right? Didn't go right side, didn't go through as much.
And that's okay, because remember, we had this whole left side was jacked up.
Right.
But
You just
like
gotta
now
learn
we're
to do it.
fixing it.
That was better.
Close.
Miss it, but better.
Yeah.
So close, and you can feel it. So when you finish it, and you feel that reset, readjust, that's rocking back. So that's not getting over there. So give me that front foot. Hey, that front foot, give me a little bit of this. There you go.
Good try.
So we're gonna do it again. Hold on. I'm gonna train that pattern on you. Where's my other-
Here, right here.
Ready?
Yeah.
Push it back, push it back. So remember the quad, slower, so it's a slower motion, yep. Push, good. I don't want the quad to fire, I don't want you just momentum doing it. That's why I don't like people picking their heel up and slamming their heel down.
Because that's just momentum moving
But
it
it's not-
versus.
the quad's not doing anything. You keep the heel down and you're flexing the quad to push
Yeah.
the knee back. Yep. And that's where we get lead leg hip extension. That's how you use the ground. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, go. So we train the pattern, we know how to load, and you gotta fire that right side through there.
But see, that
Just
drew,
like that.
right?
Yeah.
And you look at where you finished.
And you're on your left side all day. So it's just, you gotta get all that strong, because before, when you have knee pain, knee replacement, it affects everything. So like your old way was like he said, you would get here, and cause this would hurt. So you would just hold on to that, and then that's why.
Cause you remember at Doral that time,
Yeah.
like we got him doing it, but you were in pain doing it.
Yep.
You couldn't
I
do
let
it.
knee brace on.
Yeah, and you couldn't, and you just couldn't do it.
Yep.
And I remember one time I worked with him, I got down there and I helped straighten the leg going through. And there was so much resistance to it, that knee wanting to shoot that way.
Well, it's just pain.
Yeah.
So like the TKE, that's a game changer for him. Because
That's
you
awesome.
see it now. I mean, then you can go as far as you want to. But it's like that, it's all about, it's just reps now. It's training the brain to know I can go as hard as I can.
Jim, I would really do those on the range. We'd find a way with a band around a cart or something to do
Yeah,
those.
you can hook up
Cause
a-
like those ones you've done, I mean, they've been instantly better after doing the TKEs.
Okay.
Hit me one more. You've done awesome. I mean, that's hung right, that's not really weak.
Oh, no. That's
One more.
Yeah, it's just
Dead center.
Face
Club
being
pass
open.
zero.
Yep. Space is low open.
We'll fix that tomorrow.
Yep.
Gotta leave me something to do on day two. Shit. Hard to make a living if Kolby fixes them all and I don't have shit to do.
That's an easy day, baby. Nope. Let's see, I mean, even that misses, at least it's straight.
It's straight
Yeah,
at
ain't
the
like out
target,
of bounds.
and it's just,
Yeah.
look, it's a couple grooves low. It's not, I mean,
And we know why it's low because it's,
yeah,
so. Open it,
release
open it up a
everything
little.
through after
Yep.
after that knee straightens.
You know about that?
Now you can't
That ain't
have,
that
you
bull.
can't expect them to be perfect every
That
time.
ain't
No, I
that.
can't.
That ain't a pull. I've seen pull. Pull would have hit that.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Right, good work. Send us data.